A friend sent me a video this morning about a girl who was bullied and took her life. As we watch this together, I'm going to stop at certain points and tell you what I would have done, but I want you to do the same.
She was the sweetest, kindest, funniest, most helpful, amazing girl in the world.
Charlotte's parents emailed the school more than 20 times begging for help. She was just 10 years old when her struggles began, but the school called it friendship issues and didn't take action. No one truly listened until it was too late. Charlotte was full of life. She loved swimming and often joked about being like Moana, never wanting to leave the ocean.
See, not necessarily a key point, but it's already got me. This girl reminds me of my daughter. She loves Moana, loves to swim, and full of life.
Adjusting to a new environment and new challenges. Her teachers saw her as polite and kind, and she had a warm presence around others.
Hi, I'm going to my Year 6 farewell tonight. I have my bag and I'm really excited, so bye!
But behind the surface, things weren't as easy as they seemed. Charlotte was going through a difficult time, something that no one fully realized. Charlotte's school life hadn't always been difficult, but in 2022, when she was in grade 5, things started to change. That year, her mother, Kelly, gave Charlotte a phone for the first time.
I actually gave her a phone in Year 5 because I was late picking her up from school and she was waiting on the corner crying. It was only a few minutes, but we both felt horrible about it. So straight to Telstra we went and she had a phone.
I've heard mixed reviews regarding giving phones to kids. Given the situation, she needed to get a hold of their parents, and a few minutes is a long time, especially when you're being picked up. I'd say it's fine to give your child a phone, assuming that it's strictly to communicate with each other for situations like this.
At first, it was just meant to help them stay in touch, but over time, Charlotte wanted to explore more. She asked for apps like TikTok and Snapchat, and though Kelly was hesitant at first, she eventually allowed them, with strict rules.
Hail to the fucking no. At 12? Amazon Kids only.
Charlotte didn't always follow those rules. Her phone was taken away multiple times, but she always found a way to get it back. Then, one day in August 2022, curiosity led her to Google. She searched for her biological father's name, not knowing what she would find. What she discovered was something she hadn't been told before. It left her confused and upset. Not knowing how to process it, she confided in a few friends at school. At first, Charlotte felt comfortable sharing her secret with her friends. She trusted them. But over time, things changed. Whispers started in the hallways. Other classmates looked at her differently. What started as small jokes turned into something more. The teasing became more frequent, and soon, Charlotte realized that her secret had spread. Classmates began making comments, repeating things she had told them in confidence. Some laughed, others excluded her, and she started feeling more alone at school.
A lot to cover here. First, this is heartbreaking. It reminds me of the scene within Mean Girls where Lindsay Lohan is eating alone within the stall. Although it's a fictional movie, I know for a fact that this happens to kids every day. Next, this is a pivotal moment within this child's life where she looked up information about her biological father. And whatever she found out was so devastating to where she had to tell her closest friends at school. And that's where the teasing and all that began. It's something where I believe her mother could have gotten ahead of if she had had a conversation about her biological dad with her. A few months ago, my daughter made a comment. She said, "I love my mom, I love my dad, I want us all to live together." And I knew where this was eventually leading up to. And so one day, a few weeks ago, she had finally asked, "Did you ever marry my mommy?" And I told her, yes, we did marry each other, and we want to be friends instead. And that stopped it all. Her mom and I knew this day would come. And so we've been in lockstep in how we would have this conversation with her. And what we realize is that we can have conversations with her. It just needs to be presented in a way that's suitable for her age when she's asking us certain things. Someone once told me, if you don't teach your kids, someone else will. And that's always stuck with me. And so I do my best to have an open conversation and dialogue with my child. No holds bar. I never want her to be in a situation where she is afraid of how I would react, to where she needs to resort to the internet to get her facts.
At home, she wasn't as talkative, and she seemed quieter than usual. Kelly noticed the change and tried to understand what was happening. That's when she found out Charlotte had searched for her biological father online, and ever since, school hadn't felt the same. Wanting to help, Kelly sent an email to the school in August 2022. She explained that Charlotte had shared something personal with her friends, and now she was struggling because of it. The school responded, saying they took bullying very seriously, but nothing changed. As time passed, the bullying didn't stop. Charlotte continued to come home upset, feeling left out and unwelcome at school. Kelly held on to hope that things might improve, but they never did. In November 2022, Kelly reached out to the school again, sending another email to ask for help. She wanted the school to take meaningful steps to address the problem. The school responded that a teacher had spoken with Charlotte and her classmates, and the girls had agreed to be kind to each other, but the situation stayed the same. Despite Kelly's efforts, the teasing and exclusion didn't end.
Earlier this year, I've learned that teachers and the school can only do so much, especially when you have parents threatening teachers and school boards, taking them to court for punishing their child. Puts them in a very weird situation. And so I believe that if my child has taken the appropriate steps, telling the teacher, telling the kid to stop, if it's not going to stop, then she needs to stick up for herself. After that first time, if I know that the teacher in school aren't able to do anything, best believe I'm going to empower her to stand up for herself. And if that doesn't work, for whatever reason, then I'm going to march up there myself. And we're having conversations, eventually with that parent. Best believe.
Even as Charlotte tried to put on a brave face, her struggles grew. By grade 6, nothing had improved. Kelly continued to send emails, one in May 2023 and another in June 2024, asking the school to help protect her daughter. Each time, the response was brief and no real action was taken. Instead of treating it as bullying, the school labeled it as friendship issues. Kelly explained that Charlotte was struggling, but the school's approach never changed. By August 2024, Charlotte was in grade 7, her first year of high school. Instead of looking forward to a new chapter, she was more distressed than ever. She started coming home in tears nearly every day.
I could see something was wrong, and I said, "Sweetie, I can see you're not okay, but when you're ready to talk, I'm here." And she just burst into tears. And she said, "I'm a monster, I'm a monster, everybody hates me, everybody's so mean to me, I'm a monster."
On August 9th, 2024, Kelly emailed the school again, letting them know Charlotte would be staying home because she wasn't coping. Kelly had tried everything, emailing, attending meetings, asking for help, but nothing changed. On August 17th, Kelly emailed again, explaining that Charlotte's condition had worsened and she had taken her to the doctor. She said the school's response was brief. When she raised the latest case of bullying, they simply told her it had been investigated. But when the girls denied it, the school said, "That's it, case closed, move on." Despite all of Kelly's efforts, no one addressed what was really happening. After weeks of struggling, September 9th, 2024 felt different. Charlotte seemed happier than she had been in a long time. Her father, Matt, later recalled just how bright and full of life she was that day. She even did her little happy dances around the house. She baked banana bread and shared a piece with her father. She played with her mother and younger brother, Will, laughing and enjoying message, "I'm sorry." Then the next morning, Kelly walked into Charlotte's room like she always did to say good morning. But what she saw devastated her. After losing Charlotte, her parents were devastated and searching for a way to honor her final wish.
It's tragic, and things like that should never happen. I mean, hindsight's 2020. I mean, it's always easy to look back and point fingers and say what we could have, should have, and all of that. You know, all we can do is try and learn from these situations. Do our best. So, what are your thoughts? What would you have done during these pivotal moments?